from there on, I need to. This thing is bothering me. I need to understand the genesis story of the name. What's behind the name? How did you got the name?
I've said this for a long time. I'm not going to claim responsibility for the name. It's someone who's much smarter than me. A friend of mine, Ewan, who now lives in Adelaide, who's a whiz-bang sort of marketing and branding sort of person, or he was. He's got many talents. So yeah, the name. I remember when I very first heard it, I was like, wow, that's pretty catchy. And I think people do. It does mean that people will remember it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's part and parcel again of having that network of people.
Mm-hmm.
Because Short Back and Sidewalks has been going for 10 years, but for a large part of that 10 years, it relied on the community.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I had this idea, but I didn't know anything about marketing. I didn't know anything about branding. I didn't know anything about governance. I didn't know anything about the legal, the legal processes of setting up a not-for-profit.
Fundraising.
Oh, you name it. The whole thing.
Sorry, hair cutting.
Yeah.
I want to start a charity to cut people's hairs, but
I just got no idea.
No idea.
And that's the power of the network, because if you're doing a good thing, people will help you because it makes them feel good as well. So my mate who I phoned up and I said, look, I've got no idea what I'm doing. I think I want to start a not-for-profit, but I wouldn't even know where to start. And then he was like, okay, well. And I remember he took me to like a cafe and we sat there with all it was like the salt, the pepper, and I was saying like, I remember just saying to him, he looked at me and he goes, oh, do you know why we're at this cafe? And I was like, nah, no idea. And he's like, because they've got salt, pepper and sauce and mustard, and because this is the only way that I could explain this to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because he knew that I had no idea. So I was like, okay, fair enough. So he said, right, so how's this not-for-profit going to work? And who is the person that came up with the idea? And I said, oh, me. And he said, and he just like pushed all the pepper and the salt and whatever, and he just said, well, he's like, that's going to make it a bit easier.
Mm-hmm.